Today na the 29th day of March 2023. Wetin wan lay na table? For say, inside Salone, we get 17 registered political party. 17 registered. I dey repeat am back, political party. But na only 3 na im dey behave like say dem na political party according to PPRC. All waiting for make dem look you ping and call you political party. Na only 3 na im dey behave so. But we get 17 we register. So dem say either they behave like say dem na political party, na dem go dey na the ballot paper. Yes. 3. But the 3 wey we hearing, APC, NGC, SLPP. SLPP, APC, NGC. And then 3. That's what PPIC tell we. Say right now. Now then they behave like say they ready for the ballot paper. And then 3. Okay. We see Unity Party and PPIC, they don't go back and forth. PPIC, they accuse them, say, because according to waiting for make you political party across the country, you forget office, you forget certain things. Then we go make PPIC look you ping and say, no, you're not political party na Salone. And I know I reach Unity Party it, but wait too. We see for see because then they na parliament force. See for see then a parliament too. So for make we dey say na only 3 they behave like political party. Even NGC, when me they think otherwise. NGC make the list. So what's going on with C4C? See me and see you. What's in the happen with today? Yes, I know say the mayor na cannot be done declare for SLPP. And where they kind of left some man behind together, they all come over on the SLPP side. So Emerson Lamina. That same way it badmouth the EU ambassador. When I say party, not the function like party. I just want to remind Sir Honorable Sir Emerson Lamina. Because he say na in the waiting the biggest how he call himself ba the biggest opposition ba or the third biggest opposition. Now so Sir Emerson Lamina be calling himself. We be they try for talk about say them for control the EU ambassador. So see for see. Sir Emerson Lamina, you say na you get the third biggest opposition party na parliament. Why you not get party o? Not to me talk. At least then give we and will not see for CD. So if we see any kind of but you already be done there under the wings of the speaker. Also, oh no, na your papa na your mentor. Eh? Because as it is now, na 3. But before I can go inside this thing proper, yesterday, the monk for Sludge, Nazgala, Said, been in AYV. So they talk about this disinformation. What you do no more yesterday? The disinformation. How they don't sign MOU, then they try for curtail all anything and they. And the bra come for you. He say the one them you know say most of, say some of. They ask on the question, well, what about the one in a diaspora? Now I say, the one in a diaspora, because they get the platform, they can talk anything, and most of the theory that they talk about, that about Salone, where they know little about. Me people that take offense to that. Yes. I know they listen to the other person. So I don't know what's in the talk there. But Naya, we too they call it na table Naya. But they are family. We not get knowledge about them. The thing who can call it na table here. You think so? Not get knowledge, but I can just can't see they talk no more. But I want we the talk. Try for clarify and find. Because if them for they pay we safe for the work they do. If them for they pay we. Also pick money for the make na. Because who know they take room on na. Who know they take the NGC na. I don't know the one that will make you talk that talk day. But yeah, your own platform. Some of the work them, we sludge them and other people them for do. Now who they do now free of charge. Because Salone, now in progress one we want. In progress one I want. So for dismiss say, oh, the one in the diaspora, and then they cause so much confusion because they get in platform there, then just they talk anything, and the little thing I know about Salone. Thank God not to we. Thank God. He said because they're ready, then they call person. And they call person, wait till the person a third party. Not to we. Not to win. I make we get we source. Now yeah. We source. Now I make certain thing and do they see some other platform than they do. You know go see an But I just want to correct that. Lord, come back to them partially. 17.3 functional. What's happened to the 14? Na Dregman, na hustler, then SLPP, bo, and say for create political party, no, they are 30 million. 30 million, how much that one day? 18, 1,500, 1,500. 1,500 don't give political party as alone. Yeah? And then how much bag cement safe? Also, because that cement they go safe now. How much bag that one day? If you get for lay concrete, well, like that. Now one old political party. If you get for lay concrete, now one old political party na dey lay so. Eh? If you get for fly go salon, na political party dey fly so. So if we all want go open political party, what's in 1500? They open them easily. What's in 1500? Eh? You think say now because of that to get so many political party? Or you think say, well, then just they can't forget dirty the water. Even though the water don't dirty, they want dirty and more. Eh? Na dirty they want dirty the water more? Or well, man, who self good in at the front time at least? Eh? And we'll call you flag bearer. Then we'll call you chairman of a political party. Also, Sierra Leone. Or somebody they say, wait. Then all the other one day. Then can form one party. You know they work. You know they work. You know why they work? Because they all feel stay they're able for rule. That means they all go up in the political party. So nobody not go one day behind. They all one day before. I know. Well, let's say they discourage person for aspire. Discourage person for aspire for. You can be whoever you want to be. I can be the president of Sierra Leone. 1500 me get. Few people them don't buy me idea. Then some things say I able be the president of Salon. Bye. Now in that. Now in that too. But they don't want to come together. If COP be really team up, COP can be a fine formation. And be a fine formation. But oh yeah. You know team up. Eh? You know team up at all. So when I talk about NGC, I begin one that say, okay, NGC, I mean, they think otherwise. Okay, now then get Jasmine Suma now waiting. In are they waiting now? Eh? Even see for yesterday, I see then get interim PRO. And I know him well. So be a good one. Moka must say if PPIC say C4C not qualify for political party, how comes they allowed in 2018 election for contest and win seat? They are talking about now, Moka Amo. From that 10 day to now. And you guys be left. Level. Eh? Okay. I don't promise say we get for cow with Tanaya, but it's sometimes we can't today. But then say now then they do. You know waiting. Let's listen, through 98.1. Let's listen. If we can say the lawmakers they're not honest to themselves or the community within they represent. Yusuf J. Senge say, why they asked the 14 parties, he said the balance there, they don't loan them to SLPP. Really? Okay, now listen how this thing come out now though. Theophilus, must count and I let it go no more.
He said the next 90 days, Salongo hold the June 24, 2023 general election who say citizens them go vote for the different people them they want for all different positions them in our government for the next 5 years. But for make this happen, different stakeholders them get important role for play. Now for sake of this, make the Center for Accountability and Rule of Law CAL don't get one engagement with key player them na the electoral system. Ibrahim Tomi, now the executive director na CAL, and talk more about this engagement.
The main objective of this seminar is to hear from key electoral stakeholders, especially political parties, and those who are responsible for managing our electoral process or processes. The Electoral Commission, the police or security sector, the PPRC. It's really, as I've said, to have a conversation, a frank, detailed conversation about where our country's electoral system stands.
Ibrahim Tomi say, in calling electoral stakeholders here, ECSL, the police, everybody who concerned, PPRC, they all, may they come, may they can get frank conversation. Who side with team up for the next election? Frank conversation for who side with team up for the next election. Eh? Theophilus don't come. Theophilus on a party a pass NGC. They say that only 3 political party now then they function right now like political party. And we see NGC pass the mark. But they will 3 no more. Eh? Okay.
It's truly about deepening our understanding of the level of preparedness or readiness of each of these institutions.
After the executive director Nakal Ibrahim Tomido explained what the reason for this engagement, when I foresee election management body them, able for talk about how they prepare for the election, then challenge and plan them. The Political Party Regulation Commission will take the stage, said the chairman. Now the commission Abdullah Bangura said them that the commission gets the responsibility for regulate and register political party them. And according to them, for register political party cost about 36 million leones.
Oh, 36 million leons. Maybe say 30 million. But still a small money. A small money. Still not reach 2,000. Still not reach 2,000. So still we plain ticket for go. A political party registration, dandy. Eh? Alright.
And for now, in Sena, only 3 political parties they function proper one in the country.
I'll run you through what the requirements are. You need to present us with a very inclusive founding members list.
The political party them, they need for give them founding members list. Well, are there new one there? Waiting again.
And when we say inclusive, it's in respect of region, tribes, and also religion.
So inclusive, region, tribe, and religion. That's what we don't do. This religion business way, una look one they put here in this country. Eh? Wait, talk back. And I say don't they be region, tribe, and religion. Eh? Okay. But talk back.
I'll run you through what the requirements are. You need to present us with a very inclusive founding members list.
Inclusive founding members list.
And when we say inclusive, it's in respect of region,
tribes,
and also religion.
And also religion. Okay.
And also, you must have the regional offices in all of the 5 regions.
You forget regional office, now all of the 5 regions. This now what make you political party. Now saloon. You there, yeah? You list, forget region, tribe, and religion. You dey pay 36 million leos. 36 million leos. when almost 2,000. Just I'm be fishing at 30 million, but at 36. It is today. Eh? Okay.
So those are just the requirements. Then coming to the regulation of political parties.
In there, you forget office now the 5 region them.
After registering them, they have to be very functional.
Where you don't register done, you for be functional. Where you don't register done, you for be functional. Okay.
NEC is already written us a letter.
So how a party they function? Where you say we don't register done, you for be functional. How? Then for then at the offices, waiting again. Because if na 17 they tell say na only 3. Waiting make see for so then na parliament. Na then confuse me pass all. They were the parliament too. They know they part the list of the one they will qualify right now. Okay.
Asking us to submit the names of political parties that are registered.
Yes, then say NEC don't go submit to them the party they will register here.
And functional.
And functional, not to register no more. You know they go register if you say because you don't spend waiting maybe 1750 or 1800, you don't spend na you don't so. No agree. You for be functional. Yes. Go spend 1800, say but then say for register na 1800. And just pay the 36 million and do with that. You for be functional. You for the work. Eh? Okay.
We are sending a note of caution that nomination date is just around the corner, and when political parties will want to participate in the electoral process, they have to be functional.
Nomination date they around the corner. Because you don't say that they go na NEC for go pay NEC their own money for nominate. Say, well, we can't pay for the presidential candidates when our party na this. But they say, then they remind you, say for be functional. PPRC say, then they remind political party, then say, nomination dates they come, and then for be functional. I don't know if you don't understand what they understand. Even content they ask if the law be they doing the past administration for pay. Yes, the last one not to be 100 million then say na beg them be big. Then them put on down. Then be say the money too bokum. So now they don't put on down now and I say the money too cheap. Just come and say you pay the 36 million for register, then you build 5 Pambodi offices then at the 5 region there. Bam, you don't get political party. Eh? Me go pay the 36 million. Each person build the one Pambodi. If you the one Pambodi then at the different. Eh? At the different region them. Now clear soon. Wait till left. Eh? You for be functional. Because waiting nomination time they come. Waiting me they smell. Waiting are the sense na say. Nomination time get for come. Then go for the nicer political party say they not functional. Yeah, okay, wait. Wait no more. Wait small. The 100 million are before presidential fee. Yes. The past administration. Political party fee, I don't remember. I don't know if that's so be there if you go up or a candle. Eh? I say, oh, they go form a political party. Me, they pay the 36 million. Each person get for bill 1 Eh? And agree say we go use dirty block where you don't see. You don't see. But now continue for listening to Uncle Abdullahi Naya of PPRC, where they lay waiting they expect for make them be functional, because if they remind them, say waiting, say nomination 10 they come. Because some man they here for look and pin, they say waiting, nominate to that. Candidate for waiting, una not been functional. My Musa say wait to come we be functional. In the be embarrassed now. Eh? Eh, vraiment c'est des boulets là va go tra. Alors balance, là there no more. There. I make the next time I go salon and fish na the political party business I go for and go keep me a big. A big go, me na farmer. Eh? In a farmer, the big. Okay, let we go.
And if you are not functional, then we will give the right advice to the ECSL as to who they should deal with.
If they're not functional, we go tell ECSL who them for deal with. That's what PPRC they say. He say they remind and say nomination 10 they come and then for be functional. He say if they're not functional, now PPRC go tell ECSL, say, hey, brah, na balance standing, they not be functional. They not be functional. Now we get for tell ECSL who that them for deal with. It's a political party functional. You say what thing make you functional. In a you forget office and the 5 region them. You list where they submit. Eh? If I be detail. Region, tribe, and religion. Our religion don't begin inside whether they submit say, oh, this that me members them, this that Muslim, this that Christian. I don't know if that's so it been there. I don't know if that's so it been there, but this religion why they see they put type as so. Alright. You will be functional. So if you party, I didn't know self say person functional. And for the cause noise, or then for the invite you in a radio station and TV station, they let you talk. But seriously though, some of them political party from the last day, we know nothing again. With all the crisscross so don't they pa. How the prices not there, how fear the go yonder, how market price the whole thing they go yonder. Hey, yes, with them. So una not functional. Or una na electoral party them. Now when election come, now una they come. Una make kickly. Then after that, nothing. Hey, Madam Femi Colorado school go fish functional. Well, according to PPRC, himself is not functional. He be explaining your own side. Eh? He explain your own side. Because if I remember well, Femi Colorado school be try for explain in one part of the story, Usai PPRC accuse him. Waiting PPRC accuse him. PPRC say in convention, Usai say they make and not make and they. Then go na the region then they no see her. Then he members them. Then call them. Then send another political party then they. And so PPRC say. The list where Madam Femi Colorado school give. We didn't call the people name. But Femi Colorado school say, how PPRC call? Imagine no talk to no more. Right now, Salundi, the person call. Yeah, we are talk to Tripoli. Say yes, that Tripoli. Whose political party you dey? Then you say, who that they talk? You say no. You don't need for know that they talk. Whose political party you dey? He says so. The people the one who they ask that question, they say, well, someone say, well, me, are they SLPP? Me, are they APC? They don't call him political party, they don't say the unity party. He say, now because of the way they ask. But truly though, is that if what Madam Femi Claudio School talk is true, now so then they call for ask in this day and age and politics and salon, whose political party you dey? So seriously, even you get for, but they say they no need for introduce themselves. How? Not to them come together all day. When you know say he they go vote self, he put on the I vote Biden, I vote Trump, I vote civilized, all mango, hold on all mango now, will be given to with the TV now. With the reporter there and the TV. But we don't country. He say waiting. Person call you. And not say, oh, this is people from Sarah Network. Will they call for ask you whose political party you dey? You say no. And say, oh, who that they talk? You say no, you no need for know that they talk. Just come on say. Saloma no they check job reference, but then they check political party reference. It's amazing, brother. Really amazing. Alright. How they go?
In terms of accepting nominations from political parties.
Now then go tell ECSL who that in political party nomination then for accept. Who that in political party nomination then for accept. So now, okay, all right.
For now, we have 17 registered political parties.
17 registered political party na in the salon.
But from our own personal records, we have only 3 registered and functional political parties.
We only get 3 registered and functional political party. 3 functional and registered political party. First, we get 17 registered. Then now we get 3. They say according to their own personal records. According to their own personal records. Okay. And just say if somebody call you and you not give for identifying himself, then they're not ready for the conversation. Then get lock self they answer them, because if not me, definitely I want to know that they talk to you. You don't know that they talk, they hang up. I need to say this safe. No go yeah.
The SLPP.
This not the 3. The SLPP,
The APC.
the APC,
And the NGC.
and NGC. Yeah, NGC make the mark. It's in that. So now then 3 political parties, according to PPRC, even though na 17, but now then 3, according to them, we functional right now. And PPRC don't tell we say 17. If they all want just not say, then they go give them your candidates. You know, say the daughter was in a 3, Okay.
The others, there are questions.
The others, he said, then get question. Then question then go make them not accept to a nomination. According to PPRC.
The Director of Operations Assistant Inspector General of Police, Brahma Joseph, be representing the Salon Police during this engagement. And in your own statement, in the force need like 25,000 security officers during the election period, and self-say politicians need for work with the police for them maintain law and order.
Okay, we can to Bremaja. Salmata de axe wetin na PPRC political party registration or regulation council. Political party regulation council. But come on, they ask Udana the leader. I think I just made Suma na the interim waiting if I don't forget. Okay. Law you waiting Brahma Jasi. We na represent the police for this meeting here. Law you waiting say.
We ensure that adequate security is provided.
He say then go ensure that adequate security is provided. Political Party Regulation Commission. Thank you. He go ensure that adequate security is provided. Okay. Uncle.
But we equally actually want compliance from the general public.
Then go ensure, say them provide adequate security. But on the other hand, they need the population, they need the country itself for do the correct thing. Compliance. Fall to order. Just do waiting correct. That's what Salon Police wants you for do. Okay.
That is the issue of the rule of law.
We all man for observe rule of law. They know can go take ballot box, them go come. They know can nepa unmarked vehicle. All I know to rule of law. Okay.
So we appeal that actually political parties should tell their members
Political party, they say make una tell una member them
to stop conduct that will trigger insurrections.
for make the left for do them thing them we go make insurrection can inside. Insurrection self inside don't see you. Yes, continue sir.
That will trigger altercations with
We go make those bars come inside
other political parties.
with other political party them. Then we talk to the members them.
As far back as in 2021, we had told the country for threat and risk mapping because that guides us. We'll be able to know that here they have history of political violence, and then we determine as how to police there.
Salon police say they don't do the mapping. How everything get for day. So let's just behave no more.
That tells us the number of police officers who deploy here. And so we have identified that ahead of the general elections. And we've actually come together with the military.
Not to Salon police no more. Salon police say they don't come together with Salon soldier. Not to the no more for provide security for the election. Salon police. They don't partner with Salon soldier them.
For joint deployment.
Joint deployment. But not to Mark P. Outside the military, they assist the police. This is a joint deployment. Then partner. Okay.
Different people in the Electoral Commission of Salon, the judiciary, and other civil society organization member them will get important role for play in the election process. Been talk about plans them when they get for CC. They work with different body. They will make the June 24, 2023 election come out peaceful one for the society for radio democracy. Me, na Cheng Nojalo.
One for tell Cheng Nojalo and radio democracy thinking. Because now through them, make me and you able for your read this. Oda you know to so. Oda you them. I tell you say, if your political party not functional, nobody go say they go nominate according to PPRC. PPRC get what in they look for. Because if not for functionality, you go say see for see. Okay, so what's up? What's up with C for C? Well, they get member in a parliament. But they not still all They not in all the region there. They fail la partie. Then fi se bon, konon na ou strong ou sué sou ou konon sou. Le all ma ou side ou na konon ou di. So if one see for see them functionality, na konon ou for go. Well, Uncle Abdullah say, una forget region office then, regional offices then. And the 5 regions then. And una for be functional. NGC pass. Now they say NGC pass, all man they ask say, who na NGC then leader? Now wait. NGC can go nominate. Pass if they not nominate too. Yeah? Pass if they're not the nominate. But then go nominate. When Busa say wait to the time when they register, then I advise them for functional. 90 days to election now, they want to enforce functional rules. Would they sell with functionality? At least we are functional here. To the highest bidder. You go just use we no more. Say the functionality of Sarah network. Because we function until left. Eh? The highest bidder. Una the political party right now. Una know una self say una not functional. Some of una not member self say una di. So Matoli said I made them forbidden they take part of them by election there. But what they know say the election now don't be like waiting stronghold. Eh? It don't be like stronghold now. So somehow you know say he not get stronghold no side. Say bola chill bola wait next election we go ka ala. Well ala they now no want. Yes. Right now they don't ready. Next election the car ala. I need them to wait now. Let them open the space. Eh? Okay. Big Mike said and forgive them back the registration. No, hey, registration fee is non-refundable. They get for do the convention and delegate conference and elect them party executive from ward to national level for make them consider them as functional. Oh, they get for do that before then they go say they go nominate the presidential candidate and what's not. Geneva. So for make them be functional, they ever get in convention, then delegate conference, and then elect them party executive. But now, NDA don't do more, but they are not functional. This other party, NURP or NRP, and that party they self don't do their own, but they're still not functional. So the functionality, we according to Abdullah Fisher with the top of functional, okay, then in a part of. Eh? Moka also said the Nasit building the empty. As also bush. Okay. But la functionality, then they take Nakman and done right now. Is your party functional? Eh? Salom Bobo say, in things say 3 party or less safe. He do so for political party for the election as alone. He said because the less party and the less cost and the less corruption, more unity, more otherness, more positive. Say, but for God's sake, that's just 7 million people. It is to say, to NGC self non functional. Yeah? You say because 10 of them not get presidential candidate. Well, don't worry. Because if they never get, they never go nominate, then that we go know that then they go nominate. Sometimes they keep a secret. Triple A alone a case study on itself. Then can they spy anti-civil in papers for the case study there. Lego de pui. Ah. Alors, me dit ici. Il est ici. You have to be functional for make you able for nominate. And remember, people accidentally say, na dengue for tell ECSL, who that for engage and who that's not for engage. Welcome on board, whose friend, you get the platform, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much, Triple A, for giving the platform. And thanks to all listeners and thanks for talk with you. Regarding this PPRC release, whether and whether they validate for take part in the election, believes in a more negligence in all the parties that were involved, even then one at the institution. In terms of a bad culture, people don't take say, well, allow no border, allow just carry on, things to work out or change. And because when you look at this, it's very serious, where you talk of the prevention of conflict and prevention of anything that will cause draw. That's one part. But you talk again of fairness, of waiting for B as a party. But you come back now to the constitution and rights, especially with the act with PPRC reform. But we see recently we then go try for validate and try for make things legal and declare the thing official. When October they don't go validate, put the new law and act. So we expect to see that some carelessness again in terms of the one that we concerned. Then we don't just sit down there with EU, they don't decide, put laws them, what they expect. And then in a parliament, we see them argue a lot, how the registration would they take them quite a lot. We see them all being in a parliament, because then the parliament with the function, we see them waiting there for pay, price, and how they would discourage the unnecessary, and bring all points that we all can discuss. Say, well, after discourage them, why they will just count number tomorrow, then just they can make a number. So all those factors and bring them, they all been in a parliament. So, but the areas that now they all for function, when they will do their job now, for them will say, well, we agree or we not agree. We don't they see half chamot again for the side track them. But it all comes down to waiting the parties and for don't take serious, look waiting the laws they say, and waiting registration. Because when you look at the registration back, waiting call for them, put them there clearly. But in terms of how them they communicate or waiting them for understanding, or waiting they're not able for do. These are the things that now we see they ask, now we bring up this. Waiting they're supposed for do, they're not doing, or they're not able for doing, or they just not be serious for arguing in case they're out there at the parties there, or now able in terms of the structure we they build, in terms of finance, the number, the requirement, we not fit them. But when you look what they adjust, we validate again. That validation, I mean, can change. Then be recently now before after 2021, they emphasize again the bill itself in a parliament. We then take a long time for argue as I say. So when you would see the negligence, say, when would they society do function? Long not they ignore things we them for ignore. And then when they bring changes, you as an institution again, you for consider many things where you would think of the culture where they, the number of people where they, why they wire for Boku, or wouldn't the voters, or waiting I expect when you look of reference, you talk of now the region them. Okay, we're not going to say religion, we can inside some of these things that would require for let you go get inclusion, for let you go get a inclusive member list. We're not going to say it bad because okay, and say okay, well, because of the country in nature, they want for just let it balance. So people are not going to say now this, now you know more than gi, or now then why no more than gi. So but what it looking back, again on the other side, you will begin the question. If they look into that, people then go and argue, interpret, say, well, religion, they inside this there. So, but when they bring laws and changes, you get for look, waiting, way harsh, what you know will cause disruption. But again, if you say you lift them up, what you know will cause severe damage. In other words, say then they're not able to register because they don't get office. They're not able to register because of they don't get this. Then you count the numbers. Say, well, if I allow them where I let them not get office, then do something. Whose effect will it will be towards democracy for let it will be? So you careful get those statistics. Then yes, some of them then because when we argue and look from things but this sort of thing where you put down in paper for say now then why I will bring out and when I explain during the next time when they make them meeting say when I didn't see it don't happen for that would try for avoid them. But in those communication points there, it not really happen. So but again the parties then they ignore. So then they say, well, however you make it will go fit. So the one then how they say, well, how the things then they can't where they fit, then they ignore. They might be busy, they get inter-party fights, because most of them why they see, even C4C, they see the one they would send on a parliament, they talk say now, to the leader. They argue between themselves up to this point, but they say again, then are one as one. But then go tin up, they don't wait no more, they bypass them for anything where they go now and a corner. So, but you see all these things that they try to say about region or how the party they are begin back, you go question. But you know go look into the how the party them begin for say that no will make you register there. You look at waiting the able function for do towards democracy. You see, because now waiting would the team there what they can for can't help. Let's alone go before in the name of it, because that's why politics and they can say one for can help, one change this. So, but you get for look say a fit for go there, genuine. You say as a one go make a party, or now for a purpose for that go just the shake and let no more me say I get attention and like you they try for say an example like Emerson Lamino so he the son of the speaker because we see the relationship where they go on. So because of that relationship they relax. See, so but you careful take responsibility as a leader for now you go know what you fit for do. We want go inside anything we say I want go lead for do. But it all comes down to they say that negligence that happen and communication, and then the side of the PPRC because then I would say the right for do now National Democratic Institute where they work with back. But again the question all them were in a democracy for let you go get the amount here for pay. Then go able for pay, yes, some of him because they try for lessen them. If the amount be even big, the parliament would suggest. But the point here is how where they bring press release, they put requirements, which they work. But when you look again at the function of the PPRC, if you click right now at the website, the only thing where you go able for see, then they tell you the website, they function. And they function now. Now only old documents, them and old page they able for link. So you go ask again, are they fair enough? Whether they put the laws and things and give for function? Because these are function, like you want to go on the website, like we want to look with this and this. They function. So you ask again the other man, go in a virtual platform you create for let people and go access, and then you get your office again. But when they look at even the Twitter page, updates, so all these things, but we'll say na requirements we they all need. But again, we the point at somebody for say you're not organized. You said if they can check now, the only information that will get can go na EU, the big or EE, European Union, you see them waiting them write about what you wanna do, or una go na Facebook, na they paste. And they paste na Facebook na from years. So but it all comes down to fairness, all man know in duty in that country day, and all man they put laws, na the constitution, more where they put because if na constitutional rights and constitutional duties, and then they try for talk about so say the constitution or the act don't put towards this, that's all una for do. But when they put the constitutional acts there, you see them legal, you see the time span, people that adjust them, or that time where we don't begin from 2018 up to 2021, then they get them meeting there, they organize, then not get no time where they change una administration. In other words, the PPRC, their body was stagnant, they're not been they change there. Most of them will see at the end of the day. So what how they really relate with the partisans. So now that you come to the culture and people and behavior, Then party there, the way I see there, I go able for win, for that I go know then they rule, or na a way for say, well, then while we don't tell there, this particular thing, na him go finally break them back, let them come out na the political arena, so that we will get them where we will focus on. Now that one day, but you careful. See the parties them say you careful make them know, because now we see some of them they left the party, then they join another party from one party to the other every day, but we don't know the genuinity. So you go try to see these are the type of people where they come either with different motives, either if you don't get in a heart because of this person, or that person will not be the green inside that party day, or so then break away. You see I'm that is today. You see all these things the old man they can inside. Or me say I don't broke, so Allah can inside I go get small thing. We don't know all these motives. Or some of them they surface, they see, but it all comes down to the genuine, do what they need for do and carry on. But I believe saying an issue where the understanding, where them for understand and not take as serious then some of the parties and then the changes that when they bring back, they don't work with the type of culture for adapt them, the tradition based on the constitution. Because when you look at constitution, you know you see about the constitution. I did listen to a leader a few days ago, they talk about something, then they ask us, well, what about this country? Then they accept this particular lifestyle that are between Kenya and Uganda. And I say, well, they work for let it go fit the people and style. Would they look the constitution? Would they look the people and culture? Would they look out in the behave so I go match them? So because that time they go say draw. Because go see people and go see conflict or argument or person they begin to do this. But it all comes down to fairness. Now, fairness and understanding and putting things in place. Then the one them back one of the parties them for don't accept say no, are not able meet with that match day or are able, but will not be ever hearing them they complain. Then just they argue here and argue here. But who know they get communication? Say that PPRC, say that COP now being for can begin the breakdown because communication in the day. But it all comes down to individual ideas. People then get for can at table, show you your idea, work together. Then we know in our development then come. But if we see so, we know they know even the one they would the sidelines so waiting at the intention, we don't know it or why then stop them. That is the question. But the question we will get the answer from that question. They not only the constitution and laws they would then put. But are they fair or waiting they not meet up? Or then one then way they not meet up, waiting then get for see. We know hearing most of them. So in a cry, we hear and they cry. Now they practice them, they for explain. But again, we not go allow them for talk because then they try for go with waiting the press they go. But let's see what in the next few days they come up with and see how things they go. But only hope say this will lead to a peaceful and thing will not to conflict, will bring not to conflict as a fight, but those still things that would be left from our people in mind for let them go organize party or join under and then we go there now. Not for go function for like development and country go before. Now for like go fair way for the ticklish that man day because in get that power day for the poking eye because they can't run after I go high. So these are all the things we would try for look at. We not go one let it be. Thanks a lot for giving me the platform. But only hope say PPRC go do what they need for do and the parties they understand what they understand. But not to fairness and our constitutional rights, we will not know how far they get them. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much, Usfrain.
You're welcome, yes, sir.
PPIC. PPIC, are you there? All right. Welcome on board, Alpha. You get the platform, sir.
Yes, Tripoli, thanks for having me. I think me own take police. It's really, really interesting. With only the pray, they know they shrink the space for democracy in a salon. Because so to make they say so, everybody get rights for belongs to a political party, and you get right for they whatever side you want for there as long as you not go against the rules and regulation of the constitution. But again, I want to go back to Dr. Sylvia Blyden. He may make the one temper one audio say the acts when they pass in a parliament so I can't remember the exact dates no more. They say that acts they don't and it don't give more power to PPRC. And PPRC don't get the power now for even disqualify or for even cancel political party. And when you watch them, and they use now against other political party them. Initially, this particular thing they do so, normally they the PPRC Act. But this last PPRC Act they pass in a parliament, Now all this thing don't come inside. So I think for me, PPRC get for look and say, not to all the political party then get equal strength. It's not even possible. Safe, they all get the equal strength financially, in terms of number and population. So they get for open the space for a younger or smaller political parties then for participate. You see, because if they continue for close the space, so you go reach then only two political party go then at the country, and then they don't reduce or they don't close the democratic space for let people freely belong or make their own party. Because now small SLPP, the APC, they not just grab big political party. They started somewhere. So if they close the gap for them small political party, them for let them not able for like contest, even if they're not well, at least like told me they say when they count this PR system, all means at which then they push aside the younger than small political party. Yeah. Other people will say, oh well, Salon too small forget boku political party. That's not the beauty of democracy. That's not the beauty of democracy. So anybody will want for make, as long as you not go against the constitution, you have right for make your own political party. Yeah. But if we then they close the space, then they create unnecessary clauses them way they discourage or they block small political parties them, I'm afraid. Yeah. The other thing again, it for me, I don't know why the political party registration commission or council they able for dictate over how a political party for run in own election. What I mean by that? I think every political party gets the constitution. Waiting for me, waiting me think say PPRC for do now for ensure say then follow them constitution and make political parties them able for abide by them. But like I said, this action then passed the parliament of recent and don't give them so big power that then they disqualify anybody who then think say, look, this it not meet the threshold or it not meet what we want. And like I say, not to all. Like let's say, look, there's small party. Forget 5 parties in the different regions. Them don't like what they say. Even the 3 parties that they say pass the qualification. Trust me, go to the region and this man one small host in office. Yeah, waiting at the qualification or waiting at the criteria characteristics of an office in a region. Is it by size? Is it by the population where you get in that area there or what? So not for just make it this native I can say. You see, anytime when you not get a clear definition for something, people they use them for abuse or for disadvantaged people, others. Anytime when you not get a clear definition for certain things, because when you get a clear definition, people will say anyhow you turn and this is what the definition means. We said and forget party offices then at the region. How the parties then for Talek? The offices then for Talek. I will go into a room and palace and my office this. Does that qualify for make and say that the office dandy? Or we want to look at how big the structure is. So for me, I think we democracy gets more. We get more for do for make democracy improve and for make more people and get the chance for participate openly and freely. They're not, the first person say, look, if you not go party A, party B, party C, you not forget a political party, you not for participate. No, I think if the person meets the constitution and pass every other thing as alone, any other law, the constitution claims supreme. So if the constitution don't give you the right for belong and make we own gatherings or whatever, and nothing say we forget any act or any other thing we for come they turn in the day. But again, it is what it is. They don't pass an parliament as law now. See, Dr. Sylvia Mitokam. And me talk and say this will disadvantage other parties, then people may think saying a joke. So now we don't begin see so. Yeah, the political party registration commission at least then for they in position for even the advocate for more parties, other younger parties, then for they able to get the opportunity, but not for help for like okay, they not make this kind of law. Would I not reach the not it's enough, not the this. So now that be think Tripoli. Let God help Sierra Leone. Let God make this election pass and let we begin talk about national development. Thank you very seriously, sir.
Thank you very much, Alpha.
You're welcome.
Yeah. If you just join we, 17 political parties in Sierra Leone, only 3 functional. Welcome on board, Usman Tolly. You get the platform, sir.
Okay, I will start by thanking the colleagues, we in Alpha and Mr. Osfred, and only the premise. That was an excellent submission. I will also thank Mr. Ibrahim Tomi, we are the director for the Center for Accountability and the Rule of Law and the Political Party Registration Commission. That was a good move. That was a good move from Ibrahim Tomi, we are the director, for engage the stakeholders. It's a good move as we move towards the 2023 elections. First of all, let's just lay the premise here by outlining what in the PPRC, what are the main function here, and then we go take them from there. The PPRC, one of the main function are for regulate political parties. And what is the motive behind all this? One, then they try for create what we call inclusivity, for make sure say everybody include. And then secondly, then for create that fair competition, competitiveness. Politics is about competition. And then also, they also charged with the responsibility for bringing fairness. So all the criteria where then they bring council, we get for assess them in terms of this quality, in terms of these functions them we're in charge with. Are they are the political parties then at the country, are they competitive? Is there fairness in the system? Is there inclusivity? Is there wider participation? So now their own responsibility this for ensure say then promote them qualities here. And I think my colleague make a very good point. We in Alpha. The thing is, then therefore be careful as well while they discharge them functions here. Because when you tighten the space, it will find out say it will defeat the entire purpose. So in that respect, it therefore create the balance. How will we ensure, say, despite one promote inclusivity, one bring competitiveness, one be fair, how will we ensure, say, we do this in a way that will promote democracy? I think that is also very important. And before ever at the Kenya I'll go into the main part, let's look at the statistics in the last elections, why it is important for get some of them political parties there inside we electionary process. It's very important, especially in terms of competitiveness. The last election, we get a threshold in our country. We all know what's the threshold. I think it's about 54 or 55%. Where be say if any political party no reach that threshold day, it means they get for do a runoff. Basically, the first and the second for go runoff. We know say the last election not be happen, right? And the last election, when at the 2018 election, clearly, I think it's about 16 or 17 political parties that then participate. And when you look at the 16 political parties, honestly, the main parties that we'll see, apart from the SLPP, APC, we know say NGC, I think they may get 6.9%. The C4C, it may get, I think, 3.5%, and the ADP will come fifth, I would say, then get 1.1%. So what in these statistics they tell you in terms of competitiveness, fairness, it just means say, the wider, the more political parties we get, the more competitive we become. Because competition is an healthy thing, it's a good thing. That is why the last election was a good one. Because we see a lot of competition. We say get more political parties, they give people any chance for participate. The atmosphere become very competitive. It's a good thing. So imagine if now be only 2 or 3 political parties been participating in that election day, you go hard forget the fairness it go hard forget the fairness what they look for. It not will be so competitive. It not will be so competitive because straight away from the first round, we don't get a winner. So that make, I think, say it's important for let them regulate some of them political parties here. But again, as we say, then therefore be very careful the way on and go about this, because we look at some of the criteria, some of the requirements where they lay down, the office system and the 5 regions, of course, I mean the inclusive part of it, that now for just promote inclusiveness. When they talk about region and they talk about tribe, and they talk about the religion, side come out. That's part of the inclusivity. And I think, say, we all go accept the fact, say, we need that right now in our country. We need inclusivity. We need, for make sure, say, we satisfy all the various functions then. Because, to be honest with you, the country, it polarize, it divide. And the only way for bring about this sort of unity and for ensure, say, we bring about that factors then where they divide we. Tribe, religion, region, I can quite remember, I think the NGC, Dr. KKY, they talk about a transition committee. So, which is basically for bring about inclusivity. So don't not be surprised where then they talk about them factors here. And one of the functionality tests where they talk, I think he mentioned a lot about functional, you therefore be functional. The reason is, they're not going to want a political party where they go register just for go occupy the space. They're not functional. And one of the key tests of functionality here is in terms of how not only participate by the other electionary processes, such as by elections. And when you look at the 3 political parties that were really qualified, the parties that where they take part in the by elections, then the other parties were dead. I don't see recently, a number of political parties that don't conduct then delegate conference, such as the NDC, I see the ADP, they say them, both lower level and national delegate conference and don't do them, but still they're not qualified because what you do for some of these political parties, they don't mean they participate at all in the by-elections then. And that's one of the major functionality tests. I don't say not been get enough time, the man way they deliver, not been get enough time for explain all these things. I think there's a whole big book where we explain to you about this. But what am I saying here for crown this all? The key issues here, why we need more political parties. I know say people and they say, why so many political parties? Well, it's good. One, for the democratization process. It's good for democracy. Remember, the more we encourage people and for take part in politics, politics is about the people. It's about the people. And when you allow people to own the system, people become more satisfied. And that is what democracy is about. It is about freedom of association. Allow people to do what they want to do. Where if we say, as long as, they're against the law. It's about fairness. Yeah. And let me make this final point before I leave. I'm not speaking in favor of, but I'm looking at both sides in terms of, the system where they're in place. I think why I said the PPRs also have to be careful and therefore create a balance. Because at the end of the day, if you don't tighten the requirements, it will make them very difficult, especially with the PR system. And I listened to an interview with me to go on recently, 98.1 FM, in terms of the threshold. Yeah, the threshold, I believe to a very large extent, it's too big. And also then reduce them as compared to the previous one, 11.9%, which is about 12%. And it's just a bit difficult because if they look at opening the political space in terms of participation una want create a kind of parliament USA will get a national character, will get different regions, different political parties, different, talk about the gender empowerment and all that, you get for lower the threshold. I think now one of the things them I think say Carl, Tom, Ibrahim Tom, I think now one of the things and any way get for Amma more. I think I listened to that the other day. But I also think say the threshold is too high. It's too high. Thank you so much to all the listeners, and thank you so much, Mr. Triple A, for giving me the platform. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Usman Toli.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Want to say thanks to Usman Toli, Alpha, and Usfriend for their own contribution today. If you are not functional, PPRC go tell ECSLC may they not accept your nomination. And so PPRC say the phone line open. You want to be part of the conversation? You can join now. If you think so, don't do well. In the next 5 minutes, we go left here. But the phone line open. Looking at the green section of your screen. The numbers then they scroll there. Not for just open political party, it done. But you get for submit, you list, and you list for the detail, the names of the people, the region, the tribe, and the religion. PPRC they ask for that one day. Not so that day no more. Now the 5 regions them, now the country, you suppose forget an office now each region. After that, you for be functional. All landing a part of the functionality. Eh? Jaden say, he say, then for raise the price to 500 million. If it's cheap, black as self go opinion political party. Who would they call for the raise of price? You know, think saying that the corruption now go the better one? Eh? You don't think so? You already raised the price to AB1. That's it. We know we get small party again, and then 2 no more. That's why Alusane Alasan. Sana and Sui. And then no more we go get. And then they want. You know, say Kanye West, if you didn't at the ballot paper for this election, who side you buy the win to? You know, say Kanye West be did it. Yes, the Democrats and Republican. But the space is still there. You want why they go for go pay me political party now? Yeah? For that, I'm not going to pay 500 million. Now me want disenfranchise. What be the contour? You say now you go do the regional office now outside. Eh? Now outside. Seriously, the more the money, now the more corruption go dey. The only money no better look corruption in the name of waiting and they will help the party. Also, man, they go pull in 500 million in knack and down. A business. As he win, but that first 500 million I defend force. Or person call and say can't join the party now 500 million for they ask. Salone, eh? What you want, safe? If they make a 500 million, just some people then go back. And they don't make a 1800. 1 air ticket, you don't open political office and salon. But come and say, una left. Na joke. Yeah. Na joke. But Now so the game play today. Eh? So long you plenty work for do. But officer I don't come out here. Musa say no. Musa say enough for come out here, eh? Yes, Musa, I get 3 minutes.
Musa.
It is sound foul. Musa, it is sound foul.
Hello? You hear me now?
Better now.
Okay. Can you take as all the analysis wrong give you analysis? I think say everybody make point, but me not go analyze like the way they analyze, you know. If you watch, that mean don't tell we say during the APC and as by Kroman regime, really be encourage a lot of people, you know. Or to make a one call the point you don't touch about America. You know, we get the two political parties and the biggest one there, but other one in there where they allow, but you know go see them, but then they're there. Even as Sweden, yeah, that's them, the big one in there, but they allow the small one them. If you the time we talk about the space, President Madabio, they close the space. You understand? Because the question is why? Why don't we be qualified the last, and now why not qualify? You understand? And if you see the NGC where they say that they can't tour and qualify, but they bite the NGC and not qualify. Hembo, now we all see that all day, kind of you say you not get money for responsible or pay all the bills. You know, somehow we go sit on a Europe, don't pay $100, you can't dictate what for say. You know? So
Who's
I
there
don't know
talking?
how comes that.
Who's there talking, Andy?
Eh?
Who's there talking?
One leak audio. You only see that leak audio.
No.
Hey, leak audio.
You get to answer for me.
Okay, I will try to watch. I'll send her for you. Then you listen them.
Okay.
Who say you know go run it? I go send her for you. I go find her. I go send her for you. So what you mean just want for say like I just say just now. Sierra Leoneans that this is the high time for we all, you know, for Lord just accept this OT to go on, and Lord make we trace them inside the box, you know. And this is not the time of for you fight and doing other things. Lord, be patient and bring back the one that we didn't deserve for the day. Thank you very much, Triple A.
All right, thank you, Musa. Musa say for bringing back the one who deserve for the deserve. The word deserve. Deserve na big word, oh. Other than deserve. Hey, Papa God. Eh? Other than deserve. Sierra Leoneans. Eh? Eh? Même Zobak say in either one day. Say he talk say he did. He say because they send $100, they want tell and waiting for do. Like seriously? I saw the game done now. Yeah. He want me to can't come and they tell all the tower for call. Yes, caller. Who are we talk to, please?
Tomorrow, Musa.
Well, Musa, get 3 minutes, sir. The line don't count one this 1 minute safe.
Okay. But the problem with me get, honestly, me from where they talk about this unopposed, that now the thing they make clear to me. You know, PI system, whether one count all the plans that wouldn't be get inside the PI system, then keep away from people. And then make it look like, oh, now the best way than they will count for the interest of the people, or you know, even they for presidential, they for parliamentary, and you know, get anything for do with presidential. And then make the constituency, the level, look like now the worst way Salon gets. Now, all the years where they come up every single day, you know, not a thing that will be don't ever come up. Because their institutions, then they all will get PPRC, NEC, or whatever they call them. We now work not only when election reach, from registration, we now forget standards they will not set for let us even register in party, and when you register in party, you for tell her waiting if what they do, we go qualify where election time reach. So now that they talk about if a functional, which party apart even the APC and SLPP, apart from the Freetown self where like they all they meet, they're not a function even at the regional level. The only tell the area say them they function at the regional levels and away time reach for election. Look, for example, APC party office, before then they even go get a convention, it's like also they don't abandon for over how many years. So now you want to talk about function, and how you go even allow somebody for function? We don't see few people that will get voice just within this short time where this party can have power. They don't get a coup problem. Mami Cole, they don't go see the pass Amoste. Kamarimba, where been get mods. Look how say they elect today behind bars, not because of what's in the accuser of, now because of that much way he be get. They interview the way be don't they go. Can the young killer now don't qualify so? We be silence. In fact, it's a way they get important in them for discuss in parliament. You know they even show up so that he go find excuse like say in not be there, in qualify. And now the three party that we say they don't qualify. Of course, we all know say can the young killer don't give him loyalty to SLPP. So meaning that two parties in SLPP force they function so plus APC. APC we don't even know what is going on because Samura Kamara not even know in faith. They don't left for delay this entire process. Look, just few days to election. So it's possible to say last minute they can even tell Samura Kamara say guilty and you're not able to stand. So the unopposed way they talk about all along, then they promote so. It's frustrating that people then wait for being neutral in this entire process, then continue for push something where not for the interest of the people. It's just frustrating, and then thing they also would laugh about them. But undone this not to justice to the people. These are some of the reasons we make even with politicians or people that we hold big positions there. Whether don't come on at them power or them positions they wouldn't they can look sorry like somebody we not ever enjoying a life. I pray then conscious of what they do before the election send reach. But waiting and they start so nothing we really get for cause, chaos. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mo Musa. Yes, caller, who I would talk to, please?
Great, thank you very much. This is Ahmed, the call from the UK.
Ahmed, you get 3 minutes, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you for the good work you do. I just want to add my voice again on the previous speakers. By the way, I want to tell Mr. O's friend, Alpha and Tony, and thank you for the analysis. We don't ever face this kind of difficulties in our country when it comes to election and political party registration. I don't know actually, because some of us we don't get like experience during Tijankava in second time or so. But then we see that all by then there were a lot of parties, even before some of who became not being able to vote. And I know some parties and they don't even they get better for a lot of people, but they still make their way for register for me then take part. So this trend they go on for long. So I don't understand why this government can try for muscle every political party then and now narrow the gap to just 3. That's not pure democracy. To me, I'm not sure that's tenable really. It seems as if it did differentiate other people then may not take part. Even if you know they're not go for win, but give them chance, give them space. If you tell me say Kani Yumkela, the NGC party qualified, I don't get. I have no idea, and it doubts me really. How will he qualify? Where I get parties then all over the country? Does he have one in Bo or Kenema or Kela Upuja? No. Does he have one even in Kono? No, apart from Cambia. More see the reality here. Because the last election, not only Cambia of Cincinnati gets it, all the other parts there, it's not taking part. Look at the council, elections them all around the country. It's not taking part. So that show we see, they cut across. But now gimmick this government they play. because NGC is just part of them. To me, you know, understanding actually, I might be wrong, but by the look of things, the way this government do things with PPRC and all of this institution that's supposed to be credible, they're not credible. Then they drag me to something else. And we got to very be careful with this election. These guys, they don't get nothing for do. I'm sure they're gonna go. To be fair with you, Simple A, what did happen today? Last when I think it was yesterday or yesterday I talked to you that the pounds was 2.5 million. Today, I think yesterday I checked, I don't check this evening, it's like a 2,540,000 or so. Imagine to 50,000. So imagine every day it's going up. Imagine when the pound been dropped by that last year and that when they are look at how you don't pick up again, you don't pick shape. So imagine that Sierra Leone every day dollar pounds, these foreign currencies, they are switching up. The country is in a big mess, my brother. So I'm also seeing me and you, and as I follow you, the tremendous work we did do as an individual per se, and obviously want to see this kind of trajectory in our country. Want to see a level playing field, everybody's happy. Some of us go back home, join family members, friends, and we give them support. At least we be like the way we used to be. But that's not the case, actually. You know, these people, they drag we far. You know, I'm not sure if these three parties only qualifying is something that we know we need to talk about it anyway and see how best they were able to reverse this kind of thing. But Kanye Umkela himself it doesn't qualify at all. I'm not sure. Doesn't qualify. He doesn't have parties all over. I'm not sure. You know, I stand to be corrected anyway. Thank you very much, Sikwe. Thank you, my
thank
brother.
you, yeah. Please let's try for keep until the 3 minutes, please. Yes, caller, who do we talk to?
Yeah,
Caller
hello.
on the US line.
Yeah, hello.
Yes, who do we talk to, please?
This is Lamin the talk from New York.
Yes, Lamin, you get 3 minutes, sir.
Yeah, this I just talk say yeah, from the beginning actually I don't talk on this program. I say the president don't talk say now two green party I want to operate in that country there. So they go all out for eliminate all the other political parties then. Yeah, so it bring this PR system and it make them to 11.9% and almost 12%, where you know say other political parties that we will forget. But just because of the selfishness of the other political parties, that is the two political parties, then the APC and the SLPP, then sit down at parliament, then look them, then see say it clear and then they vote for them. Because they no say, then go forget that threshold day. So they ignore, they left them, then they go free one. Yeah. Yeah, and make it bring the PR system for that purposely. Yeah, secondly, they talk about these political parties, they're one way functional, we're not functional. Then there are not only people in Bilebo over there. Then they go to parliament about the powers of the non the PPRC, and then say more endorse and they. And when they endorse and they, now the PPRC don't get that kind of teacher, they don't get now, then it's for established and now. And for let it become functional party, all them so called people they talk about so say, well, this party no get this party no get that. Then political parties then they go inspect the offices then who not get. And then after that, when the elections they come, every political party gets opportunity for organize then delegate conference. That delegate conference, when at the beginning from the region and from the ward, when I go to the district, say when I come to the region, say when I come to the national, on the election national executive. But then other political parties, they all not do it. Now three political parties don't do that in the force. I make them talk saying that they're functional. So then the people they feel for realize. Like they talk about C4C, then get seats in the parliament, but they don't do the national delegates conference seats. Yeah, and NGC when they refer to so, NGC, according to the constitution, they can appoint the leader or the presidential candidate within the party, then get the delegates, then way they do that within the party, then they can take a very short period for them to do them. Okay. Then when people they talk say NGC not qualify for this and all this and all that. Not to true and the NGC qualify and I follow up everything we don't happen. KKY not be ever talk say you know get money. KKY not be ever talk like they spend over $50,000 for organizing delegates conference. So let's not talk about that. And what I want to add to this again, why they even encourage NGC for the delegates conference safe. Now because then get some kind dialogue in the because then with SLPP for alliance or no alliance, of course, we're all aware of that. Because the president, your motive now for pull all the political parties left within them too, then with APC, then just encourage NGC for go about that. All like the for don't get stumbling blocks. When I said no for people succeed, forget a delegate conference. Trust me. So virtually it's like we are heading towards that two-party states no more. We will get only two parties now they go to so and therefore kill all the other political parties. So it's very, very difficult for a party function in Sierra Leone based on this condition of fairness. So trust me. So the advisor that would call us a little for focus on NGC, the non-qualified one, than the NGC qualify. Let them focus on the issue of the day. And then the Sierra Leone can always miss. Then they miss the ball, then they focus on the side. And the party in governance, they're very happy and they're glad for that because when they miss the ball, when they focus on for focus. Yeah, thank you so much.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah.
But when now they talk about NGC, now if you say NGC not there, NGC don't the commoner do. Wait, this next person, we can't talk anything about NGC now. First of all, you know the NGC again. Wait some more. Our last caller. You know, get nothing for talk about NGC. You get 3 minutes. Who do we talk to?
Yeah, this now Jaden. Triple A, thank you very much for this you wonderful show you do. But one thing I want to talk about this PPRC issue they go on. Me, I believe say PPRC be don't get a standard, not to this BNTO election and kind of make the standard. And we don't get this standard now just because of way different administration they come, they not care, they enforce the standard. This standard be done a long time ago that you get for be active, you party get for be active before you qualify. Be done did it. Not so now we did. But Solomon, we get one thing, we need to do research. Now when election come, now somebody go read PPRC the standard. They need to go read and where election or come to no but election on here, or PPRC try for enforce. See the way them for enforce, we govern them. We get issue with that. You know, the same thing happened with 2008 election. We then come up with this to sim. Now that minute APC come up with to sim business. We even affect the young member that will come out American that will be don't campaign for some of the tickets them. Now that minute I count is the to sim. But if be don't do it, but just because not be the enforcer. But that minute and count, but nobody not be trying for complain about that. Now PPRC they try for show waiting at their own standard. Everybody now they complain so well. They want to try for do this, they want to try for block this, democracy. No. What you get for do, try force and go and read what's in a PPRC the standard. We get for know that. Not so what you want, you sit on your host, you sit on what's in a now for telling for do. Then people they run according to what they want, they run according to standard. If your political party not active and that's not a standard, you not qualify. And you not qualify. Salo will get for follow laws. Now in our problem, the lawlessness of that country. We know one listen of what you want, now want. So thank you very much. Lala and all the other people there.
Okay, Jaden. Our last caller, Randy. I see now Umari the kind side. This one don't pass you today. But I will still left hand for you. I will still left the headline for you. Our last caller, Randy. Jaden, our last caller. Yeah. PPICC, the political party they will not functional. Then go tell electoral commission not for accept the nominee. Just come out and say even the to sim business way Jaden they talk about. Then APC be counter for KKY. Now KKY APC be but to be because of the diaspora ala. Hey diaspora. Una no know say una money na for talk, una voice not for talk. That's why I don't know if una need to understand the game. That's why una money for talk, but una voice not for talk. Now that's why the ala te make KKY. Now they say KKY see, and for that $100. Me why yeah. Then you know, say me not to all thing. Maybe something possibly don't send us, but not to all thing. They open, not to all thing. They listen. I'm sorry if something you be don't send them to me. I know you. Say na so they say leak audio. See, like yeah, first done. I do voice recognition. I don't keep do. I go do voice recognition. Then I go do my analysis. If you don't tell first say, well, they say, look how thing bad. They say, you know, they talk, and I say, the salon people, let me get the opportunity for making the president, but they not do it. So, not to know team bad, when they can't talk to her. KKY. Hey, this guy. They talk back for the $100. But now send me the audio, they like, let's do voice recognition first. Now, no say, to na in talker. Eh? Hi! Mortal man not to God, yeah? You don't know? You don't say mortal man not to God? Look, saloon politician there. Ha! What's he left for this boy not be talk? Eh? Jerkawan say KKY in voice is unmistakable. Well, me. Alright, I don't hear you. La left handy. Me, I don't know why they vex. The NGC supporter the right now, eh? Yeah. Not glad. And so now the talk say they not qualify. When people actually don't qualify them. Eh? Well, we see for see now we not qualify it. Eh? We see for sure not qualify it. So you don't accept gentle apology. You accept her. Mba. You know be watching. Wait, tomorrow they turn the volume para. We'll be back tomorrow. Eh? Till we meet again tomorrow, Tripoli say, tata.